Hello there, Leo. Welcome to my channel. Victoria here, Radiant Moon Tarot. We are doing your singles reading. If you are single and looking for new love, this is the reading for you. We are covering for the rest of 2023 here, so all the way from November to the end of December. We're going to see what energies are activating for you, what energies are playing out and benefiting you the most in your quest to find new love. If you do find that you enjoy your reading, by the way, please do take a moment to press that like button. I truly appreciate that. We're starting out with the wallflower energy. All right. Now, we don't love this energy. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Okay. So you might be feeling a little bit fed up right now in your quest for love. Maybe you're railing at the fates. How come there's no love for me? How come I keep finding duds? How come I'm not feeling a connection with people? So when we get in that energy, we do need to be a little bit careful because it is a little bit bordering on the energy of lack, like woe's me, I'm not good enough. So maybe you're beating yourself up a little bit, or you're starting to feel a little bit down. So we don't want you to feel that way. We want you to look at the bright side of things. And of course, this is normal at this time of year if you're not coupled up with somebody, or maybe you're just really not finding the right connection that you want. Maybe you're finding a lot of people, but nothing that really clicks into place. And at this time of year, we are heading into the silly season. We're heading into a lot of family celebrations around the world. We've got Christmas, we've got New Year's, we've got Thanksgiving celebrations, all kinds of, celebrations all around. And, quite often when we are single and we don't have that person, we feel a little bit out of place. But if we look at the bright side of that, you're not waiting for anyone else to get ready. You can arrive at places on your own timeline. You can leave when you want, most importantly, right? And yes, sometimes there's a little bit awkward things, right? But if we don't look on the bright side, and if we don't kind of laugh something off a little bit, right, then, we kind of get stuck in this energy, and we don't want to do that. All right. So let yourself shine and sparkle. Would you look at that? There we go. Fun times, right? Embrace the fun-loving energy, the fun to get out there, have a good time, right? Maybe you're feeling as though you don't really want to, or you're not feeling in the mood of going out and having fun. But with the fun times energy, this always does remind me a little bit of New Year's. And, go to the New Year's party, get out there and have a good time. Sign up for some sort of like singles event or something. They go on, right? There's quite a few of them around, right? And it's like New Year's for singles, and it's like a room filled with single people, and you may or may not find anybody, but at least you probably have a good time. So in the energy of fun times, this is about getting out, having fun, releasing expectations, and releasing the energy of control. When we go out with no expectations, we're just open to having a good time. That's when the magic quite often does happen. It's very sparkly energy there. So better times ahead for you, okay, even if you're not quite feeling that way right now. We also have long distance coming in here for you. So this is a very interesting energy. Now, for some of you with this long distance card, you could possibly be meeting somebody who maybe doesn't live in the same city as you. Maybe they live overseas, possibly. You might be going on a trip and maybe you meet somebody and then you come back home and you still got that connection. You still got that bond. Some of you might be considering moving to a different location, and this might actually open up some interesting doors for your love life. Long distance, it depends what your definition of long distance is. For some people, I mean, if you live in a big city and you don't drive, anyone outside of a 20-minute walking radius might be long distance for you, right? And it's like, oh my goodness, I've got to take some transit. I've got to rent a car or something to drive the hour away that someone lives, right? So even though, an hour distance might not seem too long for some people, for other people, it's like, oh man, that's just not it for me. So you may meet somebody that does live at a longer distance than what you would normally connect with. And hey, you know what? Sometimes that can open new doors for you. But the long distance can also represent that someone is traveling a proverbial long distance to connect with you. And this can represent that you may have something like a soulmate coming in here, like a past life connection for you, and they've traveled through many lifetimes to come and connect with you in this energy. So it could be a little bit of magic in the air in regards to that. Okay. But, for some of you, you're also looking at long term in this energy, right? But I do feel that maybe some of you are meeting somebody who could very well possibly have just relocated to your city where you live. Maybe they came from overseas originally. This could have something to do with their ancestry, with their culture. So, maybe you meet somebody who just moved to your city from Italy, and you're like, oh my goodness, this person's really fun. And, so it just might be that they didn't originally come from where you live. Let's see what else we've got coming out here for you. We've got freedom. Oh yes, we need to free ourselves from this wallflower energy, don't we? So the energy of freedom, liberation, okay? You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. Goodbye, wallflower. No, no, no. That's not what we're embracing. We also have purpose coming in here for you. You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. We get back what we put out. So in this energy, right, we don't want to put out this wallflower energy, kind of doom and gloom. Okay, we want to put out this high velocity, fun times energy, right? So, when we put that out there, we get all this magic back, right? When we put out love, we get love back. When we put out happiness and joy, we get that back. Have you ever noticed that if you go out, even if it's just like for a happy hour with a couple of friends, and, you're laughing and you're chatting and you're just enjoying yourselves, and inevitably maybe you get someone that casts a smile your way, or maybe someone stops by and, oh, you guys look like you're having a really good time, right? Something like that, right? But you just elevate the energy that is around you. So remember, you get back whatever it is that you put out there, and we want to put out beautiful, high vibe, loving energy for you. We also have patience. Oh, a trigger word for a lot of people. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. We need to remember this here, folks, right? Is that when we are on the quest for love, it is not just about our energy. It's not just about us being ready. The other person has to be ready as well. And sometimes you might be ready and they aren't quite there yet. And so the universe is conspiring and moving mountains and people and situations for you to meet love. But the universe also is trying to make sure that whatever they're moving towards you, right, is ready for you. Right? Because otherwise it's just going to end in disaster. And we don't want that, right? And the universe ultimately wants you to be happy, right? So, so trust in your journey, embrace a little bit of patience, right? In our human experience, we always do want something here and now. And the thing is, when we try and control the outcome, we try and control the narrative too much, and we get impatient. Yes, we can rush things along, but there's always going to be something that's not quite right. Right? So patience is a virtue, and it might be actually part of something that you're needing to learn in that energy as well, right? The universe does teach us lessons sometimes, but then we get ultimate rewards. We've got the Knight of Swords coming out here for you guys, and this is the active energy right here, right now, and it can certainly represent some communication. So the lines of communication are very much open. The Knight of Swords is quite often operating as a messenger of some kind, delivering some sort of news, information. So you could be getting those invitations. Maybe you are doing a lot of communicating with people out there. You could be on like a dating website, that kind of thing. Very quick forms of communication in that area, right? You're open, but you may or may not have made any connections, or maybe you make some connections, but they might be short-lived. The Knight of Swords energy is very quick, very fast-moving, and very short-lived. Okay, in this energy. But it is in the upright, so it can certainly show that there's a lot of positive lines of communication there is in this ebb and flow energy. And even if you're not necessarily finding that connection that you really want, at least you've got this open vibe that's going on around you. But I do feel that some of you have some sort of very important invitation or event that may be coming up, something where you might need to really make make a quick decision, or you might just need to be very decisive in this energy, because, maybe there's like a timeline or something like that. You might be like kind of some sort of deadline, especially if you're doing any kind of travel or anything like that. But if you are, whatever it is that you're doing, we do have some faster momentum building here for you. Okay. And you may be in some area, you may be called to take some sort of action or give an answer. All right. But focus on keeping the lines of communication open, talking to people, and even strike up a conversation with somebody at the bank, right? Like, you're in the line for a bank, you're cashing a check, you're paying bills, whatever it is you're doing. Maybe the line's going really slow or something. Talk to the person behind you, right? I mean, hey, at the very least, it'll give you a little bit of practice talking to strangers. It might feel kind of weird, but but you just never know, right? You just never know. So certainly some swift energy that's around you there. All right, we've got the star coming in here, and this is beautiful energy. The star is Aquarian energy. You do have some air coming into your reading, so you could possibly be meeting an air sign, okay? Or it's just that you're thinking clearly, you're trying to focus on what it is you want out of love, what kind of person you want to attract, what do you want out of a relationship. But the star energy here is showing up in your challenge position. And this is Aquarian energy ruled by Uranus as the modern day ruler, but the traditional ruler of Aquarius is Saturn. And what does Saturn do? Teaches lessons. What does patience involve? Learning how to be patient. So some of you, yes, you could have this little bit of lesson that's playing out for you right now. But the star brings typically hope and inspiration and optimism. It brings some serendipitous energy here for you. It can bring some blessings your way, right? And the star is a beautiful energy of balance and harmony. This is a big energy of blessings headed your way. It's also an energy that's closely tied with your intuition and your manifestation, because in the star energy, we can harness the power of the universe and bring this into our 3D world, into reality. So some of you are very much manifesting love into your life. You're manifesting this person into your life. But what is the challenge? Patience. Because part of the message with the star energy is that, yes, you are being showered with blessings and opportunities, but sometimes we need to be patient in this energy, because there's a big element of divine timing at play for you. When all the stars are aligned, this is when you feel the shift, and this is when the magic happens. Now, the star is known as the big yes card, right? Miracles happen when the star card comes out. For some of you, it's very quick, 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 quick. Knight of Swords. For others of you, it is this element of patience that is required. Miracles and blessings are headed your way, but we've got to be open. We've got to be patient. We've got to be calm and receptive, right? And we also have to keep the hope alive, right? Because the star energy brings hope. So in your challenge position, maybe some of you are starting to lose hope, lose faith, right? Wallflower energy. No. We're going to chase that away. All right. We want to embrace the good vibes. We want to embrace the fun times. And we want to believe, star energy, that there is a blessing headed our way, that there is a miracle in the skies for us. And when the star comes out, it says, yes, there is. But we've got to be in the flow for all the magic to happen. So it's a beautiful energy coming out. Now, the modern day ruler of the star is Uranus, and we have had Uranus at play, shaking things up, bringing a little bit of chaos to us. But there's a reason for that, right? It's to really kind of, make sure that we're shaking all the apples from the tree that don't belong there, right? And we're letting things go. Remember, we are in this energy, we are finding some freedom, right? And in order to be free and be open, we do quite sometimes need to be willing and able to release some things. So this can really help you along your journey here in this. But the star does bring success and abundance and wonderful things to you, all right? But all in its due course, all in its due time. But it does show that there is wonderful things ahead in your future, because very futuristic energy. The blessings headed your way. We've got the Emperor card coming out here for you guys. Now, this is a beautiful energy. So for one, this is your energy, the Emperor. I'm strong, I'm stable, I'm solid. I have weathered the storm. I've gone through some ups and downs. I am here. I am strong. I am capable. I am successful. I know who I am. I know my worth. And I know in my newly found confidence what I want, and I'm willing to wait for it. So it's a great energy that's coming in there. Now, the Emperor is also Aries energy. So you could possibly have an Aries person that you may meet or that is in your life that can give you some really good advice. Because the Emperor quite often does come out as a little bit of an advice card from someone who's been there, done that, wrote the book. But someone who you trust. The Emperor can also be somebody new. Ooh. Now, they may or may not be an Aries. They could possibly be an Aquarius. But of course, if you're familiar with your birth charts, with your astrological birth charts, you know that we are much more than a makeup of just our sun sign. Our sun sign is the one that we more closely identify with. Oh, hey, baby, what's your sign? Oh, I'm an Aquarius. Wow. Right? Whereas there's also your rising sign, you've got your moon sign, you've got your Venus, right? You've got all sorts of other things. And it's all, all part of making up who we are. So this person may possibly be an Aries, but they might not. They could be an Aquarius, but they might not. But they could either be air or fire, right? That might be a possibility there. But the embodiment of the Emperor, this can be somebody who is very mature in their outlook for love. They've been burned before. They may or may not have children. There might be a little bit of an age gap, but not necessarily, because when we think of, older and wiser, we quite often equate that with years, with age, but quite often it's more experience than anything else. But this person is stable. They are successful. They know who they are. They know what they want. And they're not going to play head games with you, right? Not in the upright energy anyway. They may be a parent, right? They might have children of their own. That might not be a big deal, right? It is a good, solid person that's there. Now, for some of you, this person always, and I don't know why, I think it's because of the castle on the head, the way this deck is done, right? We've got like this castle or something on the head. I always get overseas vibes with this particular card out of this deck, which is really interesting considering there is the long distance card there. So this can be somebody from, and I always get like kind of, like Western European vibes kind of with this one, like Germany, Austria, Italy, Spain, like that kind of thing, like a little bit kind of exotic, to our North American culture here. So it could be someone that either is from overseas or that has some overseas ancestry there. Hell, maybe they even do have a castle in the sky or something like that with that energy. But it's a great energy coming in. So whether this is just you gaining control, being confident in yourself, and knowing beyond the shadow of the doubt that there's someone out there for you and you're keeping your mind, your heart, and your soul open, or whether this is somebody who can help you in some way or a new person coming in, all a very positive energy. And remember, this is your blessings energy, blessings coming your way. So it's beautiful. So you've got the star that's bringing you blessings, but is in your challenge position. So keep the hope, keep the faith, stay open, stay receptive, go with the flow, right? And then you've got the blessings over here too. So we do have some wonderful doors opening for you. And it just may take a little bit longer for some, but really fast for others. Let's see what else we get coming out for you guys. We have Treasure Island. Oh, there's a gift headed your way. This is beautiful. Now, this gift can be a person. It can be some advice. It could just be doors opening for you. This can be something that you've manifested in your life. But when we get the Treasure Island, we find our treasure chest. Beautiful. Love it. So there's something headed your way. The stars are aligning for you. You might need to be a little bit patient, but there is a discovery there to be made. Just what you've been waiting for. We have No Place Like Home. Card number 50. Now, the no place like home could represent that, you could possibly, maybe you've moved from where you originally lived at one point and you might be traveling back home somewhere. You could be meeting somebody from like your original city or hometown. Again, your ancestry may come in here in some way. So, I do kind of get an energy here where someone is at least going to go back and visit their roots, right? Go back to where they came from, where their family is, like, in a different city or country. And this might be where you do meet somebody, right? You just kind of click with their energy. But the no place like home energy can show that there's a lot of activities going on around your home. And whether you're moving or whether you're just spending time at home with your existing family and loved ones, this is about being comfortable in your environment and really focusing on the things that are important, right? And so some of you may not necessarily have a lot of time for love right now, hence the patience kind of energy, right? We've got a lot of busy times ahead. And so, you might be shifting your focus from love to, your family celebrations and traditions and things. But this is sometimes where the miracles happen because we're distracted doing something else. And we hear this all the time, right, from people. And as soon as I gave up on love, I found it. Why? Because you weren't trying to force it into existence anymore, right? And you inadvertently lifted some blocks there that you had. So, this can be an energy where just focus on your home, focus on where you live, focus on yourself, right? And, allow the universe to take care of the rest, but be willing to get out there and, meet people or communicate with people. But the no place like home is also an energy of feeling comfortable in your own skin. And this shows that, your path to finding love is to be true to who you are, to be honest with yourself, to know who you are, to know your worth, and to just be authentic, honest, and open with whoever that you happen to meet. Do you need to share all of your deep, dark secrets on your first date with somebody? No, of course not. But you do need to be you. Don't put on airs, right? We, always, there's the running joke in the dating world, right? About, two people go out and one person, they sit there, I'll just have the salad. Really, when you really want like a cheeseburger or a steak, right? But you want the salad because I want to feel dainty, right? Be true to yourself, right? And, I've, throughout my years, I have found that people actually, they watch what you eat sometimes, but they don't judge you, and they're actually more likely to have a better viewpoint of you if you do get the cheeseburger because you're just being real, right? You're just not, being coy or shy or anything like that, right? So it does project in a weird way, it projects that confidence. So be confident and be comfortable in your own skin and be true to who you are. Because when you do that, you're going to attract more authentic people to you, and that's what we want for you. So I'm going to leave that there for you folks. I hope there was something here for you. If there was, please hit like on this video. It lets me know you resonate with the reading, and it also helps the channel grow because it tells YouTube to show it to more people. And if you want to see more of my content, please hit that notification bell and the subscribe button. And in theory, you may be shown whenever I put up new readings. That thing's not working so well the last few months for some reason across a lot of channels, but give it a whirl. So I thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your year. Keep stay tuned to my channel anyway, because we've got money readings. We're going to have year ahead readings and that kind of thing coming up as well. So I hope you guys have a wonderful next couple of months, and I'll see you later. Bye.